Hello, my name is Helen Campbell, and I was for many years a staff interpreter with SCIC, and I'm now retired, and I've come back to talk to you about something rather relevant to myself: how to retire early. What I'm going to talk about is the way modest earners can retire even at 40, and I'm going to start now. Well, for some people, retirement is a dream. They've worked hard all their lives and they finally see ahead of them the paradise that is retirement. Time to do what you want, time to travel, and to play golf and play bridge and see the family and do lots of babysitting. This is absolutely and definitely not for me. Sorry to say, but I actually love work. I enjoyed my years in SCIC very much. I enjoyed the camaraderie of the office. I enjoyed interpreting. I loved traveling all over the world on mission. I mean, what is not to miss? But not everybody is as lucky as I was. Many people are keen to retire as soon as they possibly can. But they can't do so because they don't have the financial resources. However, some do manage it, and in some rather interesting ways. Some middle-class workers have become rather fed up with work, and they reject the view that we should all be working into our 60s or even 70s. And so they have set up a movement: how to gain financial independence and retire early. The movement started in North America and has now come over to the United Kingdom. In fact, there was a recent meeting in London of the movement, and it attracted 900 people. The leader of the movement is a Canadian gentleman who retired at age 30, and so did his wife. And they did this in order to start a family and be able to spend lots of time watching their children grow up and being hands-on parents. Now, this gentleman has proved that you can do this without earning a Silicon Valley salary. And he's so convincing that quite a few followers have decided to do likewise. For example, an accountant, let us call him Mr. Smith, in London. Mr. Smith retired 5 years ago at the age of 43, and so did his wife. How did he manage to do this? Well, as he points out, it's about basic maths. You need a net worth of 25 times your annual spending invested safely in low-cost funds or buy-to-let property. This presupposes that you're going to withdraw 4% every year from your fund in order not to run out of money. So, if you want to live on £25,000 a year in your retirement, without a mortgage or rent, you need a pot of £625,000. If you spend £50,000 a year, you're going to need £1,250,000. That sounds quite a lot, doesn't it? But it is apparently perfectly feasible, says Mr. Smith. It isn't so much how you earn or what you earn, but the important thing is how much you can save. If you can save 50% of your take-home pay, it'll take you 19 years to go from zero to not having to work at all. If you save 75%, then that will be 7 to 8 years. Now, this Mr. Smith managed to save 50% in his invested funds, and he's doing absolutely fine. His family lives in comfort in a nice residential place. He has worked out he needs £24,000 a year and has a decent lifestyle. Now let's look at his decent lifestyle. He has a second-hand Skoda car. He and his family spend their holidays in Europe. They don't fly, they drive. And what about the big savings you can make? What does he advise us all to do? He says avoid expensive cars, avoid holiday homes, and private education, and never, ever borrow on credit cards. Don't go shopping as a leisure activity is another piece of advice that I perhaps should take note of. And don't go to restaurants, eat at home. Don't have a cable TV, have modest holidays, and make sure you pay off your mortgage as soon as possible. So that's the recipe then. That's what you have to do to retire early and manage to live comfortably. Mr. Smith says it's worth it because he's free, he can do what he wants. I don't agree. I would say it's quite a job to manage your savings and track your investments. Very stressful. What about spontaneity? What about just having fun? Going to a nice restaurant? Going shopping? So, we're all different. That is Mr. Smith's attitude, and as you can hear, it isn't at all for me. Thank you.